right, welcome back everyone. Welcome back to the Two-Stroke Turbo channel. You can see my dog, my shop dog Stella here, looking for a little pet. She actually wants me to cuddle her first thing in the morning. That's what she likes to do. Bond with your master. That's right. What are we doing today? We got a shop full of cars. We got cars all over the place. Stella's showing me we have too many cars to possibly be worked on by one person, but we'll do the best we can. Yesterday I showed you the fate of the blue Beetle out there, or what may be the blue Beetle. We're going to try to start that today once the weather clears. We've got super foggy fog out there. It's dense and cold, and we'd rather work in a nice warm shop, wouldn't we, Stella? So what are we going to do today? We got some fun projects. Let's come over here. All these colorful cars. We're going to come over here to our restoration bay. We've got cars shoved in the corners. Notice how the cars are all shoved in the corners, except for this one. This is a 1974 Porsche 914. You guys have seen me work on this car. The customer really likes it, really is enjoying it, and he drove it all summer. I think he said he put a couple thousand miles on it. It's been working great. Slowly getting put back together after languishing, what, 30 years or something? It's ridiculous. We got the headlights working. We got the alternator charging last time. It's now back in for a valve adjustment, an oil change, and oh, probably Stella's going to take a quick little nap there in her bed. Wiper motors. So we diagnosed the wiper motor is dead last time it was in. It wasn't a big concern because it was summertime, but now it's foggy and cold and wet in the mornings, at least for this morning. The wiper motor on this car is not an easy job. It is buried. In fact, I don't know if we can even see it. Let me turn my light on here. The wiper motor is right. Do you see it? It's got like a piece of paper on it way back in there. It's connected to the wiper arms here. So the gas tank, which is this right here, has to come out. The heater duct work and heater system has to come out, and then everything is going to get rebuilt in here. So it's a big job. It's a nice winter job, and I appreciate the customer trusting me with this delicate operation, because you got to get back in there and get it out. So this car is a 74. I believe in 75 they had intermittent wipers, so there's a difference in the wiper motor. I got to get the wiper motor out to positively identify which one it is so I can get the correct replacement. I guess the plug is different, and I can't even see the plug or feel the plug. It's so far buried back up in that hole. So here we go. I'm gonna self-soothe myself by pet my dog here, because that's what I do before I start a big job. Give myself some luck. Stella, you're not gonna warm your belly in that sunshine for a little while. That sun is not out yet. So let's get to work. So we're working on our Porsche 914 or 914. And we got to get the gas tank out. So we're going to take a look at how that happens. Looks like we have to undo this strap here. I don't know how much fuel is in the tank. It's probably full, I'm assuming. There's going to be fuel lines that are connected. We got to clean out the trunk. Don't want to scratch anything. We don't get fuel or anything. It's going to take a little bit. And I'm all ready to do this. However, there is one thing that's been on my mind. I alluded to it a little earlier. This little blue Beetle. So I did a quick video on this blue Beetle yesterday, the day before, and you guys seem to be pretty infatuated with this thing. I just wanted to save it. The property was being cleared. It's been sitting in the driveway of this old house that was me raised, and I offered, I don't know, $500, I think. And then by the time I got it back to my shop, the tow charges were close to $750 plus a title. Now I'm into it $1,000. I don't even know if it runs. I had to fix the tire. So what am I going to do with this thing? I did not need another project car, but it is interesting, and it is a Beetle. It's worth saving now. It has a title, I guess. Hasn't been registered since, well, normally you put the sticker tab on this side. Somebody put over here, so 08. I'm assuming it was last registered in 08. What that means, I don't know. Let's just go through this thing. Let's see what I got. I'm missing a taillight lens, which I found, but somebody's been in here with the bulbs or something. And it looks like this is not the correct taillight housing. There was a bigger one. Every body panel on this car is rusted, and yet it's different. So I can poke my finger through that to the middle of the door. I think I can about poke my fingers through the bottom there. This door doesn't open. The latch is compressed. I got to figure out how to get that open. Although I did figure out how to get the trunk open, the front trunk. I spent enough time looking at the car just a few minutes ago, realizing that a couple things. Once you got to pull really hard on the trunk release, which is broken, but I felt it kind of snap and pull, so I was able to release the trunk. You got to get a really good whiff of what's going on in here. It's all mouse turds. This is the battery box, and there's aluminum on the floor. You know what that means? There is no floor there. So let's try to take a breath. Oh, that's awful. Okay, so the front trunk is open. I think it popped. It's dented. I can probably pop that dent out. Oh. What are we looking at? 60-pound mortar bags and a spare tire. Is that why this thing looks low in the front? That's 260, 120, 180 pounds of mortar mix. Just what I needed. The car's cheaper already, I guess. I don't know. Who would do that? When was this dated? Newspapers are dated 2001. November. So I'm assuming that's how long these have been in here. I don't know. It's got a radial spare. That's good. It's holding there. So at least the gas tank is now accessible. It does have this, which, what's messed up in here? I don't know. I just never know. Am I going to be able to get that dent out? Maybe. This door being locked, and I don't have an ignition key. The engine hasn't run in forever. Let's take a look inside the points here. That doesn't look too bad. That looks like that could work. Okay, well, I don't know what kind of fuel's in this thing. I'm assuming it's got bad gas. Do I need another project? Of course I do. I need something really rusty and stinky in my life. And this is it. I just had to take a break from working on normal cars. Where's my dog? Come here, Stell. Come here. She's over there hiding behind the Peugeot. That's a good puppy. Come here and say hi to the whole world. Come here. Oh, you stinker. You want to come here? Okay, come here. Come here. You want to smell out them 60-pound bags of mortar mix that I found in my Volkswagen? Oh, that's a good smelling car, isn't it? Okay, I just still don't know what to do with this thing, but it's certainly a project, and I would love to put it in somebody else's hands. Oh boy, would I. All right, thanks for tuning in to the Two-Stroke Turbo channel. My name is Mark, and this is my shop dog Stella, and we are in the late days. Well, we're in fall. It's October, and my dog Stella is out here laying with her stomach toward the sun. Dogs do that. We are very blessed to have this late weather, summer weather in October, late October. And we are very blessed to have a rusty Beetle in our lives. Have I mentioned that before? You'll notice that I've had this Beetle for 6-8 months. It was shoved back in that hole right there, waiting for a title, waiting to get ownership of this car. Saved it from an abandoned house and through a friend of a friend, and didn't work out great, but I got the car. Now I got to do something with it. We were able to pop the front trunk, and we found not one, not two, but 3 bags of mortar mix over there. 200 pounds of ballast. You can still see some of the mortar mix there, but surprisingly, underneath looks pretty good. The gas tank looks good on the outside. I don't know about the inside. Spare tire holds air, a couple of free bungee cords, and the hood works. That's great. Next, I moved along and I aired up the tires. They're all holding air, although this one looks really bad. This rim is so rusted. I was afraid it was going to blow out on me. It didn't. That one, the rim had rusted onto the bead, so I fixed the bead and painted the rim. It's now the best looking wheel of the bunch, missing a hubcap. I then worked on the door. The driver's door was jammed. It had rusted shut. The lock had stuck down, and then somebody tried to open the outdoor handle, and it seized open. In other words, with the little finger thing, so the whole door was stuck. Worked on it. Now I'm letting the car air out. Now I just got to work on the keys. Steering wheel's locked. I don't have the keys for the car. So I'm going to drop the column, see what I can do there, try to get some power back to the engine. And speaking of that, I think it'll run, but I got to vacuum out all the nuts, and the squirrels have just gone crazy back in here with just all this debris. This side over here, I don't know if it's rats or what, but it's just all walnuts, so it's probably squirrels. Got to get all that out. Carburetor is a 30 PCIT, looks good. Fuel pump looks nice. Pulled off the cap and rotor, it looks pretty good in there. The engine rolls, it should run. It's got oil, has an electric choke and an oil bath air cleaner, and it looks like this is a anodized housing underneath the black paint. So maybe, I don't know, maybe the engine is good. I'm hoping. It's a single port, probably a 1500 with a header on it, dual exhaust. I don't know. I really hope it runs. It doesn't have a rod knock or something weird. So I'm going to get set with my vacuum and suck this baby out and see if we can make something happen. Got to make lemonade out of lemons, right? Nasty. Totally nasty. One of these days I'm going to contract antivirus and you'll never hear from me again. I'm just kidding, but oh my goodness, this is a mess. My vacuum cleaner started smoking and I think the motor burnt out on my trusty old Craftsman shop vac. So I'm kind of working in filth here. I've got a battery in the bug and there's no, oh geez, I just put my foot through the floor. There's no well floor, so I've got a wire going directly to the starter just through the back seat. Let's see what happens. She rolls over. That's good. Nope, probably gonna fall to the ground. What a mess. Judicious amount of starting fluid in this thing. I have no idea what's in the tank. It may draw up. I'm gonna put some in the vent. Just gonna empty my can in this thing. See what happens. I've got a wire to the coil. It runs through the window and into the back seat. Let's see what happens here. So I've hooked it up to where did it go? Where'd it go? Here it is here. This. Let's see if we get fire. Where's my starter? Nothing. Not even a pop. That means we got no points, no spark. Keep working on it. Yeah, see my points there? See the corrosion on the contacts? Got nothing. Wire's hot, or so I think. Okay, let's see if we got a hot wire now. Yes, we do. For good method, we're going to put a little more starting juice down there. Works. Okay, let's make some noise. Where's my starter trigger? Here it is. Come on, baby. Pop, 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 pop. Nothing. Got no points. No starting fluid. Come on, baby. Nothing. What the? Why won't you fire? Okay, I got the points out. They were really bad. I got them cleaned up pretty good. We'll pop them back in and see if we can make this thing fire. Stella, you gonna try to help me start this old Volkswagen? You're a good helper. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, so we're gonna plug this wire back in. Oh, lots of sparkles. You can hear the solenoid clicking. That's good. I think we've got spark now, cleaned out the... We're gonna give it one more shot. I don't think I can flood this thing. I'm getting low on starting fluid. Let's see what happens here. Just want to hear it pop. So we're to go inside one more time, find my trigger. Here it is. Mess, you ready? Yes. She fires. Well, maybe that's all I get. Smoke. Something fired. I need more starting fluid. Okay, we got a partial can here. We're gonna, there we go. Stick them in there. Now we're gonna cook with gas, they say. Ooh, that smells bad. Where's my trigger? Here it is. Okay. It's gonna blow? I don't know. She ran. Lots of soot out the pipes. But now we just get some fuel in there. I think we're gonna make it. I think that's gonna be the next video. After cleaning out this car, getting a full trash can of garbage out of there, I think it's gonna run. I just think it's gonna run. Oh, I need help. I can't stop working on these old clunkers. You gotta love it though. It's pretty fun. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next video. What will the next clunker be? I just don't know. Okay, so I took a little gas from my gas can and I pumped it into my fuel bowl. You have to be very careful when jumping a coil that's right next to tin foil hoses. You don't arc and short yourself out like I just did. So I filled the carburetor full of fuel, and now I'm going to use a little starting fluid. See if we can get this thing to run for more than just a second. Let's try. Oh, there it is. Here's my starter. I think it's running on the old gas, pouring out of the fuel pump. Okay, I'm happy with that. We've got something we can work with. Let's just turn this off. And I'm going to disconnect it so it doesn't catch fire. Okay, we got a running bug. Whew. Sounds like it hits on all four. Terrible gas leak. Looks like the diaphragm in the fuel pump has gone bad. Oh, does that smell bad? Really bad. Really good. It runs.